Слава Україні!
Hey comrades, this is a warning video, so obviously read in the title. I'm always very hesitant when someone accuses someone else of stealing content, like mod-related content. It's a big accusation, and you know, having to prove who made what, or I get, you know, like who made what first. It's always a difficult thing to prove, and it's always, you know, it's a big accusation. You know, people like this guy and Mighty Mapper, they've stolen content and passed it off as their own. I'm not going to get too much into that. More or less about this guy in particular. Vice President Uno's fans. He's an Indonesian guy, supposedly. He could be lying about where he lives, but he's been very patriotic, I guess, about Indonesia and constantly talking about it, so I'm assuming he is. But yeah, he added me some time ago, and then he messaged me and said, "Hey, I'm making a mod or whatever. Can you help do some skins for some vehicles?" And I thought, sure, I'm glad to help someone who's making a mod if they want my help. I'm glad to do that. But let's see, it was you know, he messaged me again and he said, "Hey, I'm having an issue with the skins or the textures or whatever." And I said, "Okay, fine. What's the issue?" He said that the Polish officer skin or whatever, it was popping up as this stretched out blue spider kind of error. And then the other issue was the checkerboard texture issue. The white and black chessboard or checkerboard issue. And those two, I'm aware of what causes those. Not the specifics, but more or less of why you might get those. So with the blue one, that happens when you're merging two mods that don't go together, that aren't meant to work together. So for an example, the Robzy skin add-on pack. If you try merging those files into Valor, you're gonna get that issue. There is some third-party kind of mod thing that helps rectify that issue that you can use, so you can use those skins together. But if you use just those two merged together, you're gonna have issues. So that was the first kind of alarm bell or red flag to me. You know, actually, first off, Colonel Rooster noticed that he commented on my one of my screenshots. You know, he immediately messaged me, said, "Hey, you know, this guy that commented, you know, he's a known content stealer. You know, he stole from Spanish Civil War. He tried to steal from my mod." He told me a few other mods as well. And you know, if you're recognizing this guy, you know, feel free to let me know what he's stolen from you. But yeah, anyway, you know, that was the first red flag. Obviously, with the checkerboard issue, that's, you know, a missing file or a file that's not complete. I can't remember the specifics again. I was shown how to fix it, and it's a very simple fix. It shouldn't, you know, if you're a mod creator and you're having this issue, you know, obviously, you know, there might be something in particular with the wording or whatever that's wrong that might cause this issue. But if you have zero clue at all and you don't know how to fix it, I mean, that's kind of a red flag to me. Moving on, he said, let's see, what was it? Those two, equipment, the helmets and the guns and some of the body equipment. Some of them were appearing but not working. Others were appearing as the red circle with the exclamation point in the center. Actually, I'll here we go. Here's the error that he sent me. If you're recognizing these skins, you know, he claimed that they're his. He doesn't know how to fix these. So that was a red flag to me. He has no idea how to fix them. And so again, you know, the floating red circle, you know, he also said that some of the hats and helmets, they had weird positioning that he didn't know how to fix. again, if you're making a model and you're making a helmet to go with that model, you should know how to adjust and fix that issue. So that was the other obvious red flag of stolen content. And that's the only screenshot that he's shown me. He hasn't shown me anything else of his alleged mod. He sent me a link, a download link to it. I'm not trusting this guy at all. I don't want to take that risk of downloading it and fucking up my computer or fucking up my game. Because I'm not great at fixing that kind of stuff. So if you guys are confident in fixing broken game or fixing viruses and whatnot, go right ahead. I can send you the link, but I am not trusting of it. I'm not gonna bother with downloading it. It might help in showing what stolen content exactly is in it, but again, I'm just not gonna take that risk. So the other thing was models. He doesn't know how to create his own models, both human and vehicles. He's like, hey, could you add this model or this model in? I'm like, I don't know how to do that. I don't know anything about modeling. I've seen Rumik, I've seen Bill Nye, and several others, and I've watched them do models and miles and all that. It's very, difficult stuff. It's very confusing to someone who'd be completely new to it like myself. So I had no idea how to help him, but that was the final red flag for me. And I'm saying that because obviously if you're a mod creator, you don't know how to make you don't know how to make models, you don't know how to you don't know how to fix texture errors, you don't know how to fix equipment errors. This guy just doesn't know anything about modding, and here he is claiming to have created this content. I'm sure that it's easy to call him out on, but again, it's like, at first he seems like a really nice kind of guy, someone that you would want to help out, but there's just all this, stuff that he doesn't know how to do, and just so many red flags and holes in his supposed, work. So if this guy, messages you, or, he claims to have this or access to whatever, don't go for it. Just be very weary about who you invite into your mod teams. One of the things that you can do, you can obviously do some tests. Hey, if you can make models or you can make textures, do screen share in Discord and show me what you can do. And if this guy, says, nope, I'm not gonna do that, I want you to trust me purely on my word, don't do it. That's just a real danger of your stuff being stolen and being uploaded as credited to someone else. So just be very careful on that kind of stuff. I hope you found this informative and helpful. If you've encountered this guy and you've been considering on having him, air quote, work on your mod, just don't do it. The last thing, actually, I'm going to cover, he talks about how he's Muslim. He spells Moslem, like O-M-O-S-L-E-M, Moslem. I don't know if that's just some translational issue that he has. But anyway, he said to me, hey, Colonel Rooster is a racist and hates Muslims. He blocked me from Interwar Discord because I'm Muslim. And I know Colonel Rooster fairly well by this point. We've joked and we've had our fun. I've gotten to know the guy, and he most certainly does not come across as a racist, intentional or unintentional. If anyone's throwing around that kind of accusation about him or about any other mod creators, dismiss it. Obviously you should never take someone's word for that kind of stuff to begin with. I made it was like a gay joke or something once, and someone accused me of being homophobic or hateful towards gays. No, that's like the furthest thing from me. So just again, be very careful of those accusations. Never blindly follow what someone's saying. This person hates Muslims because they blocked me or whatever. Just be very careful on that stuff. That's all I gotta say. If you're getting a message from this guy about creating a mod or wanting access to your mod, or saying, hey, this guy or this guy's a racist, just be very careful. Block him immediately, or just, you know, work very carefully with him. Just be very on guard about it. I hope you found this helpful. You know, I'm gonna post this video on several other areas on ModDB and stuff. I think mods like Galaxy at War and kind of sci-fi mods, I think you guys won't need to worry, because he doesn't seem interested in that. He seems more interested in taking from kind of modern World War II and kind of previous era war mods, not into futuristic sci-fi kind of stuff. So, you know, again, I'm not saying that he wouldn't steal from you. I'm not saying that he wouldn't contact you or anything, but I'm just saying, you know, in terms of, from what I've understood so far, this guy seems to be stealing, particularly from, you know, IRL, you know, current day, or, you know, past era stuff again. So just be very careful if you're, you know, making a World War I era, or, you know, something to work with Born in the Fire America mod. You know, just be very on guard about that. That's all I gotta say. I hope this was informative and helpful.